Student at a Game podcast. I'm your host, Tavares Ellis. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, so check this out. We are 6 hours away at the time of this recording from officially seeing the Justice League Snyder Cut. Now, if you already seen it right now, okay, it's probably because, you were fortunate enough to have early access and stuff because you are an insider. Well, most of us are not insiders, because if all of us were insiders, then there will be no point to have insiders. But guess what? Please don't spoil the movie for people. Even when you see it after midnight, do not spoil the movie for people. I remember back in my day when I was at school, and if you went to go see a real good movie or whatever that everybody wanted to go see, let's take a movie like Scream 2 and Scream 3, all right? Let's say you went and saw that movie, right, on opening weekend, and you came to school Monday, and you're telling and you're spoiling the movie. Those were fighting words back in the day. Those were fighting words. And guess what? You did not get in trouble from the teachers or principal or the parents or anything, because guess what? Parents and teachers, teachers would give you bad grades if you're spoiling the movie. They'll send you to detention and stuff, and your parents will ground you. Principals might suspend you if you spoiling stuff, because check this out, man. Just because you was fortunate enough to see it before other people, what you're doing is you're taunting. This dude ran a red light in front of a cop. Oh my goodness. But anyways, you're taunting people. You're teasing people. You might as well be saying, nah, boo boo, I saw it, you did it, nah. No, nobody likes somebody who's taunting and teasing people and stuff. And that's pretty much means you're an instigator and you like to cause trouble. But see, another thing is, you're taking away from the art, the creation of it. Like, you can't say you're down for the Snyder Cut, but you're so quick to spoil the movie. It's like, man, dang, give everybody else a chance to experience joy in this movie, because just because you got early access to see it. Now, if you want to say it's a real good movie, cool, fine. But really, you're going to spoil it for other people? So guess what? So you really wasn't down for the cause as far as to restore the Snyderverse, or you wanted Zack Snyder to get his movie out. You know what I'm saying? You're really not a big fan of the DCEU or DC Comics, DC movies, or any of these characters or the actors and actresses who plays them, and everyone who worked hard on this movie. You're not a fan of that, because guess what? Based on what you're telling in the spoiler, it might discourage some people not to even waste their time seeing the movie. You know what I'm saying? So, now here's another thing. It's levels to this spoiling thing. So if you came out and said, hey, you know what? A day or two, you notified everybody, you said, hey, my next podcast, I'm going to be spoiling the movie. Okay, I can respect that. I don't like it, but I can respect it. But here's the thing. You have people who receive your notifications of your channel, and everybody does not have time to filter through their subscriptions and say and turn notifications off on that. But see, so what you can do is, how about just leave a blank screen or something, or don't leave any spoiler thumbnail. Okay, don't do that. That's not cool, man. That is not cool. Don't do that. I would never do such a thing. Okay, if I will spoil something, guess what? I will ask you if you want me to spoil the movie for you. And I have no problem doing that if you want me to. And guess what? I'm not going to leave a spoiler in the thumbnail. That is so weak and it's so lame. It doesn't make you a bad person as far as your character as a whole, but it does make you a very bad person in that situation. So guess what? Be nice, be kind. You remember back in the day when we went to the movies, not when you went to the movies, when we used to rent movies from Blockbuster Video, and it said, be kind, rewind. Okay? You know why they said be kind and rewind? I'm going to tell you why. Okay? For those of you who don't know how VHSs work, it's not like DVDs or USB or downloading digital. Here's how VHS work. When you put the movie in, it's going to be wherever it is you left off at, or wherever it was the previous person left off on it. So let's say I rented Scream 1, right? And let's say I did not rewind the movie back all the way, right? I rewinded it right when you find out that Stu and Billy were the killers on Scream, right? Well, guess what? Well, that defeats the purpose of you watching the movie, because that's the twist. The whole enjoyment of watching the movie Scream, the pleasure that we all get, is the fact that It's a whodunit. It's a mystery. You're going back and forth. Who did it? No, I think it's him. It's her. It's him. It's them two. It's those two. It's all of them. It's all a dream. It's Freddy Krueger. You know what I'm saying? So don't take away that experience from other people. You know, I hated when people did that. So a lot of times what I used to do whenever we got a VHS, we'll just put the movie in and hit and stop and rewind it, okay? And I didn't turn it on channel 3 so that way I could see the visual of the movie, okay? So you got to make sure you do that, all right? So please be kind, rewind, you know what I'm saying? So in this case, what's the word can I do? You know, don't spoil it. No spoilers. Don't spoil the movie, okay? Do not spoil it. You know, people work and people have families and all that good stuff. So everybody's not able to watch the movie right there in its entirety, okay? So just, you know, Siskel and Ebert, Men on Film, you know, John Lovett when he was the critic, you know, they didn't spoil stuff. They just, you know, they reviewed the movie. They didn't spoil it, you know? So guess what? Don't be like the people who are spoiling it, all right? Do better, people. Do better. All right, Student of the Game podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Peace.